channel where the passion is alive. Previews and reviews, keeping you in the vibe. Player ratings coming in like a tidal wave. Leeds TV, it's your football fave. Every match day we got the insight you crave. Diving into details like a deep sea wave. We'll kick off to the...
Hello, welcome to Leeds TV. This is match preview of Preston 1, Leeds 1. How you doing, Dad?
I'm fuming. I won't like it. I'm fuming with that performance from Leeds United. Look, before we get into main preview, yes, it were Operation Kitchen Sink, and it paid off. Bringing Bamford, he brought Bamford on first before Joseph, which were a head scratcher for me, but brought Joseph on, got that little flick in 92nd minute to give us a point. Right, I said, if you remember, I said to you, if we don't win this game against Preston North End, that result against Middlesbrough would have been meaningless for me, because we all know how good we are at home. It's his away form, and yet again it's continued. I'm happy for the away fans that they saw that. They got, they had something to celebrate at the end of the game. But going back on them coaches back to Yorkshire and all, from that country where they live, they'll be all thinking, we got away with one there, and it's 2 points dropped. Honestly, they will. They will. We played Preston. Not only did David Paul Leckinbottom complain about them not having enough time, had an extra day. Leeds had an extra day to recover to Preston, right? But Preston, for me, were absolutely fantastic. 14. Preston actually looked like the better team on the day, if you ask me personally. I'm not saying better player for player, but I'm saying as a team, Preston looked more organised. They looked more threatening. Let's just share screen and we'll get into it. Right, Solly. This were Preston's starting 11. Woodman, Waitman, Waitman would look at a stay on pitch, but we'll talk about him in a minute. Lindsay, Keane, McCann, Fougere, Brady, first start since September. Story, Osmich, who were absolutely fantastic. Keysler, Hayden overall did a really good job marking Dan James, and Potts. Right, look at the bench. Right, look at that team: Cornell, Woodrow, Brewer, Ledson, Torderson, Holmes, Bowler, Curtis, and Rees. Right, Rees should have scored actually when he had a perfect chance of making an instant impact coming off the bench. Right, so that were Preston's. You look at this team, Lee, from Leeds. Right, Meslier, Bogle. Good to see Bogle back inside. Sam Byram. So you had Bogle playing left, right back. Sam Byram playing left back. Thought Byram did all right. Pascal Strike, Rodon, Rothwell, Tanaka, James, Nonto, Aronson, and Perot. Perot got. We all said that. Would you have starting? We all tipped Perot to get the start, didn't we? Right. The bench: Darlow, Smith, Werber, who I thought were unlucky to lose his place. Ampadu, Gulavingi, Ramrizani, Solomon, Joseph, Bamford. He brought it. So out of all our attacking players, he took the kitchen sink at it. He brought on Ampadu in midfield, Solomon, Joseph, Bamford, and Ramrizani. He threw them all on. In that game. Operation Kitchen Sink, that's all it is. Right, so this was the first half stats. This was the first half stats, Lee, right? Look at this, look at this here, right? Total shots in that first half, Lee.
4
for Preston.
6 for Leeds.
How many on target?
1 for Preston and none for Leeds.
First time this season we hadn't had a single shot on target in the whole of the first half. But that were down to Preston's organisation at the back, and it were also down to Leeds. I thought Leeds went in with wrong attitude to start the game. I really do. Farker were pissed.
Yep.
Farker were really annoyed. He was folding his arms. He were really annoyed with Farker.
Yeah.
Even commentators picked up on it. That looks like a man who's very unhappy.
That's the first time I saw Farker annoyed.
Yeah, that annoyed it. Well, wasn't it? That annoyed, yeah, definitely 100%. So goalkeeper saves.
None for Preston, none for Leeds.
Fouls committed.
9 for Preston, 5 for Leeds.
Corners.
1 for Preston, and 3 for Leeds.
Yes, right. So, Whiteman got his first booking late on in the second half. I've wrote it down here. Let me have a look. Yeah, he brought Aronson down. Cynical on 32nd minute.
Yep.
Right. Then on 38th minute, it was another bad challenge by Waitman. He got the ball, but it will have followed through. It was already booked. Should have seen second yellow and been sent off. But from that result in that free kick, it was the worst free kick I've ever seen from Perot. It hit the guy's shins. It didn't even get off the ground much.
At first,
So to keep him off of free kicks, please. And I'm an advocate for Perot. I says that Perot should be starting over James over Joseph. So, but that was a shocking free kick from him.
I want to waffle to a free kick. But no.
Do you know something, Lee? Do you know our first involvement of that game? 14th minute, Leeds first corner.
40 minutes and this corner were not done enough.
Preston were the ones who were making all the runnings. We had all the possession, but when Preston had that ball, they used it a lot better than we did. I tell you, honestly, they did. They were proactive with that ball compared to us. We had a dangerous free kick on 18th minute, and it were headed off target. Can't remember who. I don't know. I will try to sort Delilah out at the same time.
Off target.
Will that Byram?
Yeah.
Byram won it. Byram won it. Yeah. Then on 20th minute, Preston had their first corner.
Yep.
And then on the 22nd minute, it was a goal from Preston Potts after Potts who scored goal. Right, he was the one who made him. He was the one who had a pass and move with Oskowicz. He got the ball, passed it to Oskowicz. Potts ran from his own inside his own 18-yard box all the way through to our 18-yard box and chucked it in.
And Mesley,
he should have saved it.
Yeah,
I've wrote it down here. Mesley should have saved it.
Yeah.
He should have saved it. Mesley, what did we say at that time? We said that if Leeds get promoted, it's going to have to change. Mesley, he's going to have to. He's not reliable enough. He's really not. He's not reliable enough at all.
We need a goalkeeper. There's a goalkeeper. We get promoted.
Yeah. So that was that's your first half stats there, right?
Yeah.
So let me stop sharing screen for 1 minute. So we'll talk about this first half. Yeah. We discussed about them having 10 men. They should have gone down to 10 men in 38th minute.
Yeah.
And then in 39th minute, James needlessly booted ball at Oskowicz after the referee gave a foul. Oskowicz was down on ground.
Yeah.
James booted ball. It hit him in head, right?
Yeah.
But like Oskowicz rolled around like he'd been shot. It were poor by him. He was trying to get James into more trouble than what he did.
We won about 6 times or 10 times.
Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it? It was bad. It wasn't the call for it. Leeds fans on 39th minute were singing the Football League is corrupt.
Yeah.
They got really wound up, did Leeds fans. They weren't happy with referee. They weren't happy. They're not happy with Football League. They think it's corrupt, and on that performance, Whiteman should have been sent off. I'm sorry, he should have been.
Yeah.
Then on the 46th minute, Leeds had a corner, and it was probably best chance but it were, best chance to get a goal before half time,
Yeah.
right? But it were another poor corner from Rothwell. I think he got one right at the entire out of all them corners we had.
Yeah.
He got one right. All the rest of them,
Mm.
they were hit it first man or they were over it, and there were poor corners from Rothwell today. I don't know what we're on with Rothwell today. Right, so that went to half time. Right now, I did make a quick note, right, and I've wrote it down here, so it's all in my pad. Leeds had the possession, but when Preston did enough to go in at half time with leading 1-0. 0 shots on target for Leeds United. It's the first time this season that's ever happened.
Yeah.
And I think, and then second, right, so now I'm going to do this, guys. Right, so now we're going to go to Leeds United's full-time stats, right? Ah, what have I done? Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, Lee, I'm trying to get this in order for you. There we go. Right. So this were the full-time stats, Lee. How many shots did in total did Preston have?
5.
To Leeds is
10.
18.
18.
So we upped it. We upped. We had to. We were chasing game.
Yeah.
We were chasing game, and a lot of them shots and stuff coming when they threw kitchen sink at it. Shots on target. Preston had
2.
Leeds United had
4.
So out of 18 shots, we had 4. So what's that? Just it's just over a quarter of attempts to one shot. So for every 4 shots, we had 1 more on target, just give or take, right? The overall possession at ball league
25.1
for Preston and Leeds
for
64.9%.
9% Leeds.
And then goalkeeper saves in his second half, right? Preston,
4.
Leeds
1.
Fouls committed,
16 for Preston and 7 for Leeds.
corners.
2 for Preston and 8 for Leeds.
So it looks like we were really, really dominant. I mean, look at this total touches in box. Leeds had 32 touches in Preston's box to Preston 7 in our box.
Yeah.
It looked like we were so dominant in every single stat going. But your eye test told you Preston were unlucky not to win that game.
Yeah.
We were lucky to get a point, and that point ain't good enough.
No.
We needed 3 points.
Yeah.
So that's your stats. That's all your stats done. So second half, right? Surprisingly, Eckenbottom made us up at half time. He took Whiteman off and brought on Matt Torson. Thought played very well when he come on. So on 48th minute, the first corner of that half went to Preston. Leeds have started the second half really well. That's what I wrote down. We did start the second half well. 59th minute, Leeds had a corner. It were better from Rothwell, but nothing came of it. 61st minute, Keane and Bradley off, Riles and Holmes on for Preston. So that means that they made 3 changes, right? Leaving them 2. 3 minutes after, he took off Allenson and Nonto, brought on Bamford and Ramrizani. And in brackets, I've put, what have I put there? Not
Joseph.
Yeah, not Joseph. I made a note of it straight away, right? Daniel Farker is a reactive manager. He's not a proactive manager. He's a reactive manager. He reacts when something's done. He hasn't got. He doesn't do anything first. He's a reactive manager. That's what I'm getting from these subs anyway. For what he's been making on 60th minute and 64th minute, right? James with a fizzing crossing, but nobody were there. No, there were no takers on the 70th minute. It was the first time James got into space on right hand side. He was running down. He got that space. He running to box to byline. He whizzed that ball in. Nobody were there.
No.
Bamford tried to flick at it, but didn't get out on it. And it just went out for a goal kick, I believe, at that time. Then on the 74th minute, James hit the frame of the post.
Mm.
It wasn't really. I'd say it was a shot from outside box. That's what I've wrote down. But it wasn't a shot, was it? It was more of a pass. He tried to pass it into top of net. It was mad. But and then I thought, is this not going to be Leeds' day? When stuff like that happened. So then on the sorry, my notes. On the 76th minute, Leeds corner, Tanaka got a flick on, but no one were there for the second ball. And it just went out for a Preston throwing, I think it was. Then on the 77th minute, Rothwell come on for Rothwell come off, Solomon come on. On the 82nd minute, this is where he took the Operation Kitchen Sink. Took Joseph off, he took Bogle off and Byram off and brought on Joseph and Ampadu. 83rd minute, that Preston reacted with some of their own. What more come on for that forwards went off. On the 86th minute, a corner for Leeds, but not come from it. Then on the 89th minute, Dan James yet again, man of the danger man for Leeds United. All right, he got some space. He whipped the crossing, but luckily this time, when Bamford tried to flick it into net and misconnected, there were Joseph to do exactly the same thing, but he connected with it. And that sent the Leeds fans in the stadium in hysterics, and they were, it were mayhem, carnage, and chaos. That's what that half was. That's what the whole game was, to be fair. And then on 90th minute, we had a corner. Sorry, James. Yeah, right. 93rd minute, Joseph goal from a James cross. Sorry, mate. And then it was full time. Now, look, I don't care what anybody says, right? And this is going to upset people. Daniel Farker plays a high line, stubborn with his substitutions. Do you know what he reminds me of?
No.
Big Ange 2.0 for Tottenham. Play with high line, stubborn with his formations, don't change out during game, too predictable, shoots on kitchen sink when they need a goal in the last 5-10 minutes. It's honestly, it's Big Ange 2.0. That's what it is. And I think we're getting away with it in Championship because we've got the better players. Whereas this style of football in Premier League won't work. It won't work. I'm telling you now, it won't work. With the players Leeds will be able to afford and attract, this isn't going to work. So unless Farker changes his tactics when we get promoted, he's not going to be at job full on next season in Premier League. I'm predicting that right here and now. I am honestly, Lee. Me. I would if you're going to bring Bamford on and then bring Joseph on, if you're going to do that sort of substitution because you're chasing game, do it in one substitution and not let me get my maths right. So Joseph come on 80. So right, give me a minute. So right, let me just work this out for you. Right. So 64th minute to 82nd minute, 64. 18 minutes later, he brought Joseph on. If you're going to make that substitution, make that. If you're going to bring Bamford on and Joseph on, if you're going to do that, don't wait 18 minutes and give Joseph 8 minutes, because to me that tells me that he doesn't quite fancy Joseph. We were chasing the game on 64th minute. What's the difference between 64th and 82nd? We're still chasing the game. Do you see what I mean? I think, like I says, I think his answer is the reason why Daniel Farker is so successful in getting teams promoted is because he's had the better teams in the division at the time.
Yeah.
He's had the better players. I don't think if you give Daniel Farker Preston North End's team, they wouldn't have got a point today.
No.
They wouldn't have done. They wouldn't have done. Leeds would have, they wouldn't have got a point. That's what I'm saying about him. I think give him the right players, where he don't have to overthink his formations and his tactics. I think he's brilliant. But if he hasn't got the players, if he hasn't got the top players in that division, it's going to struggle. And I'm a bit concerned about that. I think he'll do well. I think he'll get us promoted to Premier League. Still believe that. But when we get to Premier League, I think it's a different story. That's what I think.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's starting in Premier League.
You can't play with a high line. Look at Tottenham.
No.
The element of surprise for Tottenham disappeared after 10 games.
Yeah.
Tottenham have been playing the same way for 18 months, and they're inconsistent. And they've got players like Son, Solanke, who got 19 goals the previous season and stuff like that. We've got players like Dan James, Joel Perreault. We haven't got the sort of high caliber players to what Tottenham's got. And that's what I think he's going to. If he doesn't change his style of play, it's going to cost him his job at Leeds United next season. I think he'll be here till next season when we get promoted, and then by this time next season, I predict Daniel Farker will not be Leeds United manager. That's what I think.
And I can't believe it. What are you saying? You want to start laughing at these?
Yeah, well, when Preston were 1-0 up, and he was having a laugh and a joke.
Yeah.
Proves what side of Brad was, where his alliances are, his loyalties are, and Leeds United. Trust me, it's not.
And it can't be David Moyes aware that Preston North End is.
Well, commentator says it would have been a performance David Moyes would have been proud of, because David Moyes was Preston manager once upon a time.
Yeah.
I don't know, Lee. I genuinely believe we've got a problem with his away form. I really do. I don't just think this is a one-off game, neither. No. It's not just a one-off. It's not. No. And we can't solely rely on winning all his home games to get promoted. You have to win against these sort of teams that we're down in the bottom 10. You've got to be beating them teams on the road. You have to be. And, we didn't. And he's got to change that. He's got to find a way of getting the performance. He's got to find a way of, doing something a bit different. Don't be too predictable. Don't be so, so, because if every man and his dog in audience and at home watching game can predict what he's going to do, these managers are daft. They can predict what he's going to do too, and nothing changes, mate. And it's, do you know something? I didn't expect it to go on for 22 minutes. I apologise, Lee.
I don't know about it.
But
all we can get, home is sort of home where we put out.
But aren't you just repeating what you said last away game? Were it Blackburn?
Yeah.
He said the same thing.
Yeah, but the next game will be Oxford at home.
Yeah, we'll beat Oxford at home because we've got a good home record.
Yeah.
It's not his home form I'm worried about, it's his away form.
Hopefully by John we get some players. So we need a goalkeeper.
No, I think we'll get away with this goalkeeper in Championship. I do. I don't think he's very good. I think we need to replace him in summer. If we're going to get promoted, you replace him in summer. He's a good Championship goalkeeper. Well, he's an average Championship goalkeeper. Let's be fair to others.
Look, two goalkeepers. What?
We've got three.
Yeah.
Meslier, Darlow, and Kearns.
Yeah.
We've got three goalkeepers, Lee.
Yeah, and I've seen none of them.
Yeah, but he's going to stick with Meslier, isn't he? He stuck with him when he made that mistake against Sunderland away at their ground. He's going to stick with him now.
Hopefully, Joe.
But he should have saved that shot.
He
He should have saved that shot. He got 2 hands on it.
Yeah.
He should have saved that.
And hopefully, Bogle's all right.
Yeah, I think Bogle's fine in the league. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, mate, I've got no else I want to say apart from please get this bloody away form sorted out. This, you know, he's got no choice because if not, it's going to cost us for automatic. I tell you, because that were you see if let's I'll tell you what. Before we go, let me just think something. Lee. Let me bring up the championship table. I know we're second, yeah, but I want to just check some championship table. Right.
I second up at top. I don't know.
Yeah, but we're by 1 point, but we've played a game more than others, haven't we? So let me just share screen. So let me just share this screen link, if you don't mind. Right. So that's put us top at table for now. But look, if Sheffield United win, they go 3 points clear of us.
Yeah.
If Burnley win, they go 1 point behind us.
Mm.
Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sunderland win, they go 2 points behind us. So we've just got to be very, very careful here. Yeah. I mean, look at Blackburn's form. They've got 2 games in hand over us now.
Yeah.
They go 2 points behind us if they win their 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
You know, it's all tight. We have chances of forming a gap.
Mm.
You know, I mean, we don't take them. We simply don't take them away from home. We'll beat Oxford and everything will be rosy again. But for now, people, you know, I think questions will be asked of why are we doing so poorly away from home. I think that's what's going to be the question. What's going to be asked?
Yeah, I think question asked as well. So,
do you know something? I didn't check. I should have checked. Congratulations to Preston. They're in 16th place. That's yeah. They're in 16th place on 23 points.
Yeah.
They're now only 3 points off of Norwich, who were 11th.
Yeah.
So Preston are going right direction now as well. Yeah. So you know, well, and all I can say is congratulations, Preston.
Yeah.
You know, well done, and you were really unlucky not to get 3 points. And I'm being honest, as a Leeds fan, I'm being honest.
Congratulations to Preston, got a point.
Should have had 3.
Should have 3, but
we were lucky to get 1.
We're looking to get 1. Get 1. Just hopefully you can do better.
So, Lee, what's his next games?
Oxford.
Yeah.
Oxford.
So we've got Oxford and then we've got Stoke away. Stoke away ain't going to be an easy game.
And Derby away as well.
And then Derby away. They'll want revenge on their, you know, when we beat them 3-1. At home, they'll want revenge, and they got a good result last time out. So didn't they win 4-0 yesterday, Derby?
Yeah.
4-0, wasn't it? So, you know, that's going to be a different game to what it was at Ellen Road.
Yeah. It's got Oxford to play and Stoke to play Boxing Day.
And then on January 1st, we've got Blackburn coming to Ellen Road.
And if January 4th, I've got
away. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
And you got FA Cup match.
I'm not worried about that. I'll be really honest with you, mate. FA Cup, dare I say it, bigger fish to fry. We need to get promoted. We need to sort out as away form. Yeah. You know, that's what takes priority now. His home form, I ain't got a problem with.
I'm going to problem home form, but it just needs to be away form. Needs to sort it out.
I agree, Lee.
If you don't get, it's a way we get home form, but we just need to win, and then you get. That's why we get promoted.
I agree.
I don't want to go for the playoffs again.
We won't do it, will we?
No.
We won't get up for it playoffs. I don't think we will. I think we'll choke again.
Yeah, I just want to get. I want to get promoted or just promoted for Premier League. So it goes back to beyond to Premier League.
Lee, something I noticed as well during that game, and I noticed it. I noticed it last time out as well.
Yeah.
When our defenders are put under pressure, the panic, Bogle in that second half, he could have just knocked it back to Messi. He kicked it out for a corner. He had all time in the world, and he booted it out. He panicked and booted it out. I'm just worrying. I'm just thinking, if you put pressure on our defence, does it crumble?
I think those because like the way you said the Bogle kicking out for a corner, Messi kicking out for a foreign.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah,
And Jamaica passed it to Messi. See out for number four, I think. Because we need to stop keeping up. We still honestly, we need to stop keep back to goalkeeper.
Lee, why do you think we struggle away from home?
I don't know. Our home form is alright, but I don't know why you're struggling away from.
Is it complacency? Is it a case of we get a really good performance at home,
Yeah,
and then our players automatically think that they're going to win the next game away from home?
yeah.
Is it a case of that, or is it a case of opposition teams don't want us to come into their manor and bully them and get the 3 points, and they up the performance by 10%?
Because I find we're still going to beat personal fan, but
Well, I thought we were. I said to you we were going to win comfortably. I said 3-0.
I definitely.
Stupidly, I said 3-0.
But every time we said, "Oh, we got to win the easy team, no, we got to win the game," how happened when we got to win?
I agree with you.
Because our performance against Mers were good.
Yeah.
And then now we get past our friend who were just not good.
Average.
But average, no shot, no target in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. You're spot on, Lee. You're absolutely spot on. And I think that's the first in-depth answer you've given on your channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a note of that on a thumbnail. League is an in-depth answer to why we don't perform away from home.
Because honestly, Falco we need to get music to kick playing more better, and because I watch
Our internet keeps shopping.
Yeah, I watch Mercer kicking ball. He just kicking out for fines.
Yeah.
And don't know why you keep passing back to goalkeeper for. Always keep passing to midfielders and midfielders strikers. Don't keep passing back. Don't keep passing back to goalkeepers.
It's no punk, she'll just put it out for a throw, and you might as well do that yourself.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're spot on, Lee. Have you got else you want to say?
Just hopefully have safe journey home, but these aren't fans.
Absolutely. Well then, Lee, do you want to thank everybody?
Thank you for watching Leeds TV.
It's a goodbye from me, guys.
And go for me.
Take care, everybody. Speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.